everyone. I am Nu-Trix, and today we're doing something a little bit different. It's going to be an unboxing and my first reaction about the Uno Synth Pro. So, oh my god, this is heavy. This is actually heavy. This is not a super small synth, but it's not a huge synth. This is a real analog synthesizer. This is actually pretty heavy for the size of it. It's a paraphonic dual filter analog synthesizer. So paraphonic, if you want to know more about the paraphonic synthesizers, I did a video about that. It should be here somewhere. Something that we see often about synthesizers today, because I mean they're small, they're efficient, they're real analog, and doing a paraphonic or a two oscillators that have separate controls, it's simple to do, and it gives you a little bit more control. It feels you that you actually, it gives you the option of having two notes to play, so that's a cool thing, but it's not two separate voices. Another story. So let's actually, before opening up, oh man, this is actually quite heavy, surprisingly. So what's interesting here, you've got a first-class analog sound, so it's a real synth, 3 discrete wave morphing, pulse width modulation, sync, FM, and ring modulation. So everything we want to have in an analog subtractive synthesizer. Dual state variable filter with 24 modes. Original Uno Synth filter. So there's a filter. The original Uno Synth filter is there. New SSI base filter with self. Oh, actually, there's a lot of different filters. So we'll see. 16 slot of modulation matrix. That's what everybody's talking about. The matrix seems to be really good in there for the modulation. Presets. You've got 256 user editable presets. We've got 12 studio quality effects in 3 slots. Reverb, delay, and modulation. Interesting. 64 step sequencer, 84 parameters you can control. That's a cool thing. 10 modes, onboard arpeggiator, so an arpeggiator with 10 different ways to play. USB CV gate in and out. Interesting, and CV. Audio input for filters, effects, and pass-through. Okay, so what's in the box itself? Let's actually put it there. I'm going to turn on the camera here. So we have the box itself. So what do we have? We have a couple of interesting little things here. Okay, we'll look at that after. USB cable, external wall wart, and there you go. So this is good. So what we'll have here is basically the synthesizer, which is very heavy. This is all metal. Actually, let's put everything on the side. So here you go. This thing is very nice looking. The entire side here, the whole thing here, this is all metal. Let's look at the back right away. What we have here is MIDI in and out on traditional 5-pin in, audio out, left and right, phones, audio in, input, that's CV gate, so we got in 1 and 2, and output 1 and 2. So you've got in and outs. This is interesting. This is really interesting. And we've got a USB, and we got the power at the back here. So let's actually, man, this is really heavy. The whole thing, everything's metal. All of this is all metal case, very heavy. It's, if I'm not mistaken, this is a Fatah keyboard. So yeah, keys are really, yeah, it's a high quality keys. Let's actually connect this. Before we even play anything, you have, I mean, the design is really nice. The layout is clean. You got these 2 very nice mod wheel and pitch bend wheel, which is on top. Got your keys that feels really good. You get the cutoff here that is dedicated to the cutoff. You get a resonance here. We've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and actually sync. But this, and what's cool is you see the graphic here change. So right away, you see what you're doing. This is really fun. What is this? Okay, so this is fine tuning on this kind of rough, and then you get fine tune on this. Because you got more detailed value here. You got the volume, okay, and still you got the information. And then you're gonna switch, and depending where you are, these 4 buttons changes values, or what they're aimed to be changing. So this was in effects, this is LFO, this is the filter, and you've got filter the envelope modulation from 1, 2, the spacing, which I don't know what they mean by that, and the mode. So I'm going to have to test all of that. I'm going to test all of that. Come on, do this. Here we go. So let's actually try it. What do you have? Preset, songs, song. Interesting. Sequence, arpeggiator, setup, back. Okay, setup. Okay, you can actually go in the setup. How do you get in? Do you press on this? Yes, you can actually, and back. Okay, works really. MIDI, channel in, channel out, soft through. I don't like soft through, put it off. Enter. Sync keyboard, pitch wheel. So there's a lot of control here. Hold for the keyboard, voice, mono, legato, paraphonic. Okay, and the tempo. Then this becomes the tempo. Okay, this is great. Let's actually. Do we change presets here? Up and down the octave here. This is cool. Effects. Okay, that's real analog, but running also with digital effects, I'm guessing, because it's monophonic, yeah, but it's paraphonic in this case. You hear it too. Pretty cool. Right here. Can we change notes? So when you press on it, you get the note. I'm actually just learning as I go right now. So you can change the preset right here. Okay, I want to test right away something. The filters. We got this here. This is how much envelope amount goes to from the envelope to the one. What's the spacing? low pass filter, 4-pole, two-pole, par, a different one, 4-pole, par, bypass, this one is really nice sounding. I'm going to drive then, effects, I'm guessing. Right away, it's a fun thing, you know, just, okay. Preset, get rid of the sequence. I love this. These four, like page 1, second page of the arpeggiator, third page, and then the fourth page. This is pretty neat. The way this works, I like it. These 4 pages, very easy to just maneuver between your. Then what I want is you press here, you get your sound. You press another one, does it record? It does. I press here, just type in. Okay, it's not a good song, but it works. Okay, pretty cool. Get rid of that. Next one. Sounds like the tune. The legato is it? Two legato for me. Let's actually switch to. Okay. really nice, but how, I mean, it's kind of bizarre. You try to, there's something happening in the way it's programmed that just like weird. Too much. Okay, pretty cool. Aftertouch on this thing. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is I like this Aftertouch. Surprised it's called Blade. Not on the notebook. This is really cool. Actually, go into try the oscillators. Can we change this? Yeah. So you really can move between a triangular waveform, ship it to a type of a sawtooth, and then toward the square wave, the pulse wave, and everything in between. And again, if you want to go slower, this has a little bit more control over the fine-tuning. So this is pretty cool. You have to read about this. I haven't looked in the manual at all, so I'm going to have to look into the manual and understand more about all this. This is really just my first glance at it. So this is interesting. You've got these functions here, can move between all these sections. The matrix itself is a matrix modulation, the source, the destination, and the amount. So you've got modulation 1, which is velocity it sends to off. Mod wheel, cutoff, value of filter 2. So there's 2 filters. That's why you got filter 1 and 2 here. Okay, so 2 filters. Are they parallel or one after the other? This, the aftertouch is off. So if I go here, amount, it's going to be some value of the aftertouch. But where's it assigned to? Let's say I want to assign to drive. Oh, this is... That works really well. Reverb. delay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so this works. I mean, everything's, I mean, there's, you can see this as menu diving, but you have it here. Modulation, yes, you might have to go between which modulation I want to work with. You change the modulation, the source, the destination, and the amount. But I mean, you switch to effects, you get drive. I mean, it's fairly quick and easy to go through that. You get tempo, voice. So there's the setup. Of course, there's some stuff you can go into the setup. The knob, what do you have? Absolute value, relative pickup. Okay, so this is different ways of when you move a knob. Where is it going to jump the value? Is it going to be relative, or is it just going to wait until you reach it so it reacts? Master tune, okay. Pitch wheel knob, metronome, calibrate, iOS. So, I mean, it's very simple. There's a song mode. I'm going to have to see how this works. But it's empty right now. Let's actually go back. I mean, I want to hear the presets first. So this is a real synth. Yes, of course you can see this, but this is a real analog synthesizer, paraphonic. First feeling, I like the sound. I like the fact that you've got Aftertouch on this thing. The sequencer seems to be really efficient and long, you know. 64 notes of sequence. Fairly simple. I mean, you press on it, it's empty. You can go, let's go back here, press on it, record a note. Next one, record another note, and then, well, it's not the right sound for it, but I mean, it works. It's fairly easy to enter. Of course, you can just type in. I'm curious about everything that is CV and gate. I mean, there's like nothing here to get into. Maybe here. So what I'll do, I'll hook it up to the screen with the spectrograph. We're going to look at that next time. I'm going to do that. And we'll explore how to make a sound, how this works. And at the same time, I'll try to understand everything to do with our good old sequencer here in the song mode. I'm really curious about the song mode, what we can do with that. And there's actually a demo here. If I press on these two, so I'll be back with more about the Uno Synth Pro. And for what I hear right now, it's going to be a good contender for anybody who wants to do analog synthesizers. And there's two format That's the one with the keyboard, the, I would say, Pro keyboard. And the other one is a smaller format. I'm going to put a graphic here, a picture. And it's more of a desktop, I would say, type of approach. I don't know how the build of the other one is, but this one is, everything's metal. This thing is really solidly built. And everything is kind of really solid, and there's nothing is wobbly. So I like the build. I like the sound. I'm curious about how to get more detail control here. And that's what I'm going to do in the next days. See you soon. Stay safe. And guess what? Relax. Make more music. Just